Standard got hit with a banhammer. We got rid of Bankbuster, Fable and Invoke Despair, which means that we're no longer gonna have to worry about rakdos dominating the format. These bans opens up the possibility for other archetypes to become a real part of the standard metagame. And today we're gonna explore the green-white enchantments deck to see if that has some potential to become an actual competitive option rather than just a fringe tier 2 deck. Instead of going with the established version of the deck that's really value oriented and tries to go over the top with cards like Rites of Harmony and Hallowed Haunting, we're trying a more low to the ground aggressive shell that's built around the new Calix from the Aftermath set. Calix is the type of creature that can quickly snowball a game if not answered right away. And we got cards like Audacity and Michiko's Reign of Truth that supports this aggressive game plan very well, while still playing cards like a Wedding Announcement and the Restoration of Eiganjo, also giving the deck a solid long game. Before we move on to the gameplay, I want to quickly mention just how explosive the deck can be if we get to curve out. If we play Generous Visitor turn 1, Jukai Naturalist turn 2, and then turn 3 we can play Calix for 2 mana and slam an Audacity on either creature, probably gonna be the Jukai Naturalist because of the lifelink. Then whatever creature has the Audacity attached to it can connect, which will trigger Calix's second ability to copy either the Audacity or the Jukai Naturalist, which will then trigger Calix's first ability again. Throughout this sequence, you'll have distributed a total of 6 +1/+1 counters by turn 3. I don't think there's any other deck in Standard that goes over the top of this draw, so if you can dodge interaction in this scenario, you should be good to go. The full deck looks like this, so if you wish to build it yourself, you can either pause the video here and just start building it manually. You can also just grab the list in the description and import it directly into Arena, which is probably going to be the easiest option. Now let's see the deck in action. Alright, we're on the play here in the first match, and this looks like a fine opening hand. A bit awkward with the tap land here, so maybe we can find a basic or something that means we can curve out. But we're definitely keeping this hand as it is right now. If we can play Audacity, turn 2 on Generous Visitor. Okay, we might also just... I think that's an option as well, just playing the second Generous Visitor, setting up for a bigger turn. The opponent plays a Genius Garden, so... yeah, I guess that kind of telegraphs the ramp deck. The domain shenanigan deck, but I'm not sure. Might also be some kind of Naya Brew, I don't know. Like anything goes right now, because it's kind of a fresh new format. But probably some variation of Mono White that also plays Traxa, I'd guess. Okay, so I think we'll play Spirited Companion and try to hit a land drop here. And we'll just spread out the counters here to, yeah, not put all eggs in one basket. Spirited Companion draws a Razor Verge ticket, so I guess we'll go ahead and play the Aura as well. And yeah, I guess we'll spread out the power here to make them get less out of a potential removal spell here. Also putting on a lot of pressure here. Yeah, it's definitely the domain ramp deck. If we can dodge something like a Temporal Lockdown here, we should be good. Restoration of Eiganjo, that's definitely manageable. So what if we go Calix? That lets us put 3 counters, distribute 3 counters, and we get to copy a Spirited Companion. How much does this? We only got 2, 3. Like this pumps for 3, so it's probably a good finisher for next turn. We also got a bag of Calix. So I think we're going with the Calix here. Yeah. Okay, that's just gonna be enough for the opponent. They just scoop it up. Okay, game 2. We draw every Skrelv in the deck in our opening hand. We got a Kami and an Ossification as well. Yeah, I honestly think we just keep it. This might be a mistake, but like a little bit of redundancy. I suspect that they probably bought it in some cheap removal. So I guess we got a plan for that. Just draw every Skrelv in the deck. Carry us a Briefcase. That's a good one. Okay, so probably, This doesn't discount a lot, so we'd rather play it after the Kami and the Generous Visitor. So I guess we're just playing Kami now. Pass the turn. Yeah, again, something like Temporal Lockdown could be a problematic card. Restoration of Eiganjo. That's okay. Okay, so we're definitely putting on a lot less pressure this game. Not an as explosive draw as we did in the game 1, but we're still looking okay, I think. But we might be a little bit too slow. Okay, so let's go Generous Visitor and Jukai Naturalist and hope they don't have a board wipe. So yeah, I guess we'll just put everything on the Kami, because I can attack this turn. They might chump here. Well, it's got trample, so that doesn't really work. Alright, now we're starting to actually put on some pressure. And we just have to dodge board wipes like maybe Sunfall. They could have that here. Okay, they get rid of the Skrelv. I guess that's fine. That's kind of the purpose of this card. Sunset Revelry. Get every mode. That's solid. That's a pretty good draw. That finds us another land we can play this turn. Because let's put a counter on the Jukai Naturalist. That's got lifelink. Alright, we get a Plains. Play out the Plains. I don't think we play Ossification here. We'd rather save it for when the opposing Restoration flips. We got an answer for that, so let's just run out another Skrelv and attack with the Kami, and that's gonna be it. I mean, chumping doesn't really work, right? They're just gonna try to save as much as they can. Alright. Preserving their life total a little bit here. That kind of telegraphs a board wipe, but at least they're also gonna get rid of their own architect. That's the case. Okay, they have an Atraxa, so Ossification gonna be good. They get Restoration, Briefcase, Memory Deluge, a land, Lay Down Arms. Well, what do I get? 4, 5 things here? 1 sorcery, 1 artifact, 1 land, 1 instant, 1 enchantment. Yeah, they straight up draw 5. Yeah, I guess we discard the Generous Visitor here. We animate that. We still haven't seen any board wipe. So I guess we just throw around some counters, put them on the Naturalist. Get rid of the Atraxa. They also didn't find another Atraxa, so that's pretty good. This attacks, this attacks. That's a total of 11. Also, if they happen to have a board wipe here, anyways, they we still get the backside of the Restoration, so we should be in an okay position here. Also, if it's not an exile-based board wipe like Farewell or Sunfall, we get to retrieve the Kami from the graveyard. So I'm curious about what they do here. They might also just go for Herd Migration. Make a bunch of 3/3s. They only make 3 though. So yeah. Ooh, Wedding Announcement. That's a good draw there. So we could just give something protection. Well, pseudo protection from green. So these counters go on. I think everything goes on the Kami because that's got trample. It's now a 9/9. We give it pro green, so they take at least 8 from the Kami. I don't think there's much idea in attacking with anything else. It's just I mean, that should be to draw a card with a Wedding Announcement. I think it's okay. That might have been a mistake, not just suiciding one of the Generous Visitors, or maybe putting 1 counter on the Naturalist so it could trade up with 2 of these beasts. It depopulate, we get to draw. We also get back the Kami. In the end step, we still got the Wedding Announcement going, so I think we're still looking okay. Okay, we don't find any enchantments, so that's unfortunate. I think we just run out everything now. Hope they don't have anything else. I think they're just looking to Memory Deluge now. But I guess at least... yeah, let's run out the Skrelv as well. At least we still got the Wedding Announcement. And if they find something that also deals with that, we get back the Camis, so... But yeah, the Memory Deluge is a bit annoying here, because they get to dig pretty deep for some answers. Alright, that was a snappy decision there. Don't know if that's a good sign. Yeah, they pretty much have to have something here. Like, and Atraxa would also be problematic. But I guess there's still a potential to, you know, we can give something, make something unblockable with Skrelv. So just having a lifelinker is not necessarily going to be enough. They exile one of the Camis. Sure. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana left open. So, okay, Restoration. Finds a Plains. Pass the turn. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just attack. They only have one white open, so they can't Wandering Emperor here. But I mean, they have to have something. But I mean, this is lethal if they don't do anything here. Okay, they gain 3. That's gonna give them another turn. But they're still gonna have to find an answer next turn. They get to reanimate something that costs 2 or less, which is probably gonna be a Briefcase. I mean, this ramp deck's got a lot of gas, that's for sure, man. Yeah. Okay, we find a Calix. That's a solid draw here. If we can find an Aura, the Audacity, we're looking pretty good. Okay, they discard a land to reanimate a Curious Briefcase. They can't use it to draw cards this turn. I mean, they might just have to Memory Deluge to dig for answers. Evaluating their options, they play another Briefcase. I mean, that's some chump blockers, but they're still gonna have to deal with the trample on this one. I guess we just run out Calix. I mean, in the case of spot removal, we got Skrelv. That also works against the Wandering Emperor. So I mean, I think we just put everything on the Trampler. Play out this as well, make some more counters with Calix. Draw a card, put a counter on the Cami. We find a Jukai Naturalist. I guess we just attack with both of these. We can't really attack with the Skrelv here. We open ourselves up to spot removal too much if we do so. But yeah, this looks like a victory. Like, I don't really see what gets them out of this situation here. They block the 2/2. I mean, this doesn't work. This is trample. Okay, I mean, victory. The Wandering Emperor, that's not gonna be enough. They'll have to have something else. We'll give it pro white. I mean, okay. They discarded other herd migration, gain 3. Give it pro white, and they're exactly dead. That's a solid start, man. All right. Alright, second match, we're on the draw here. I mean, I like the hand, apart from the fact we only have green mana, and that pretty much renders it completely unplayable, so we have the mulligan. Yeah, so this is a lot better. We're definitely keeping this. So I think we just get rid of the Spirited Companion here. We go Skrelv into Cami or Naturalist, depending on what our first draw is going to look like. Okay, a Vault Sleeper. Skrelv. That's a pretty... I think Skrelv's gonna come in handy against the black deck here. Let's see if they just evolve the Sleeper. They don't. Okay, so they just Edict the Skrelv. I guess that's fine. I think most of the black removal in the format, like cut down and go for the throat and edicts, it's mostly gonna be something that kills rather than exile, so I think we're pretty safe playing the Cami here. They might also just go for a Lily, something. Yeah, I mean, if they want to... I mean, they can make it a 3/3, so we can't really block here. Next turn we can Naturalist and Ossification. Okay, they play a Graveyard Trespasser. So I actually think Oh, we can't ossification because we actually don't have a basic here. That very rarely comes up. We can also look for a basic. I mean, we did just play a land, so we might as well do that next turn. So I guess we just play the Calix now. We play the Calix, put the counter on the Kami, and start attacking, I think. I mean, if they have spot removal here, they're probably gonna target the Calix. X, okay. I mean, I think that's okay. They get to draw a couple of cards. They just pump the sleeper right away. Sure, let's take the damage. We might have to deal with the Gix rather than the Trespasser now. We get to commune. Maybe we can find... No. No, we can't. We can find an Eiganjo. That's probably the pick here. I forgot that we had to prioritize grabbing a basic. Actually, didn't even look whether or not we could do that. I guess we do this. Yeah, let's put a counter on the Calix and attack here. Offer the trade. Start just racing. I mean, the next turn we can hold up the Eiganjo. We don't find a basic. That was definitely a big punt there. Yeah, so I guess the question here is gonna be: do we want? No, that's not really a question. They got a Trespasser. We kind of get stomped here a little bit. Trespasser at 2. Well, now we find Audacity. Yeah, I guess we might as well try try something. Let's attack. Sure, we go to 9. I mean, I guess the game's still live. We'll just use the ossification to pitch to the Eiganjo. That was the plan all along, right? They exile the Gix, and that's the only creature, right? Yep. Okay, so they can make this as 3/3, so we go to 3, right? Do we get rid of a Trespasser or the evolved sleeper? That's the question. Probably just... I mean, honestly, probably gonna be the sleeper. Because that way we can hold on to the ossification. I mean, we can't really use it. Okay, well, that does it. Children. Still a good card. Alright, game 2 on the plate. We got Skrelv into Naturalist, so I think we keep. We also got some early interaction here. Play the Skrelv. Do they have a sleeper or a cut down? It's a cut down. I mean, I guess that's one less cut down that can target this Naturalist here. It's a little bit awkward to draw this many. Okay, they're on 1 land. Sure, let's play the Kami. If they got more cut down, we'll just follow it up with more enchantments. Tenacious Underdog. Okay, we find a land now, so we can Yukai Naturalist. Circle of Confinement and start smashing. And exile-based removal is also pretty good against Underdog. Yep, that's a plan. They have more removal. I mean, luckily, Black's not very good at dealing with enchantments anymore, thanks to Invoke Despair being gone. So this is pretty much going to be permanent removal here. Right, so multiple Jukai Naturalist turns out to be pretty good anyhow. We get to play 1 mana Wedding Announcement. Right, start to stabilizing the life total a little bit here. I still don't know what we do against a Shieldred at this point, but luckily they're stuck at 2 mana, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I guess we just do this, and we attack. Start drawing off of the Wedding Announcement. Okay, they just take it, play the Skrelv, draw a card. That's a Calix. So yeah, this looks a lot better than last game. They did also screw pretty hard. Alright, game 3, and this is a pretty good opening hand, so let's keep. We go with a turn 1 Skrelv. We've been pretty good at drawing the Skrelvs, so I guess that's nice. Against spot removal heavy decks. Ossification is good. We got a basic now, so yep, play the Kami. Then next turn we can Jukai Naturalist and Ossification or Michiko's. But we might also want to hold on to the Ossification in case they slam a Shieldred. Because I mean, we don't really have a good way of dealing with her. Okay, so I'm actually considering just sacrificing the Kami here. I mean that comes back. Okay, we find another ticket. It's a little bit unfortunate that yeah, we do this now. A little bit unfortunate that that we don't get counters off of casting our enchantments. Definitely puts a stop to our game plan here, because we find another underdog. I mean, we can handle that. Ooh, Calix, that's a good draw. So I think we go Calix, Wedding Announcement, and then next turn we go Michiko's. And we got the Skrelv to protect the Jukai Naturalist here. And we start gaining a bunch of life, so it is a... I mean, I guess it's also kind of a plan against a potential Shieldred. Just gain more life. Right? I mean, things are looking pretty solid here. We make a token, and the next turn, hopefully we can attack with multiple creatures and start drawing. Flesh Gorger. Okay. It's a pretty strong card, but it doesn't really do enough for them here. Ooh. I mean, that's a draw. I think we go for the underdog still. And they'd have to have like multiple removal spells here to be able to get through the Skrelv, so I think this is just going to be over. Play Michiko's Reign of Truth. Get some triggers, pump the Naturalist, pump it some more. I mean, how big is it going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. I mean, I still think we just... Yeah, let's just sacrifice this token. I mean, they should probably consider also just jumping. And this gains them a little bit of life, I guess, but I really want to draw off the Wedding Announcement. It might have been a mistake, I'm not really sure. We find a land, not exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so plays a swamp. Another Flesh Gorger, but I mean, we can just make it unblockable with Skrelv now. I mean, it's a little risky if the last card is something like Go for the Throat. We're in a bad position. I think we commune first. What do we want? More ossification? Yeah, I think so. And I don't even think we have to play it now. They're forced to at least jump with one of the creatures now. Let's just attack. That's a jump. The next turn we can use the ossification to deal with the second Flesh Gorger, and yep. Alright. Flip the Wedding Announcement. Let's see what you got. Okay, a land, that's what we want to see, definitely. I think we're still just gonna be patient. we're not gonna pop the Skrelp to make the Naturalist unblockable. We're just gonna fire off this Ossification. That kind of forces an answer. Let's put a counter on, I don't know, the token. Or we can afford that. Paying 3 life should be okay here. Alright. Let's see if they got spot removal. I mean, it wouldn't really make a difference. I can't really imagine anything that gets them to survive this turn. If we just don't attack with Skrelp. Okay. They're just like kind of bluffing it, I guess. Sure. Alright, good game. Alright, match 3, we're on the play, and we'd like to play first. This is a pretty good hand. We would like a turn 1 play, but you can't always get what you want. A wise man 1/7. Alright, Plaza, so we're up against a Legends deck. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Let's play with Cammy. Hopefully we'll find a Calix in the next couple of turns. Rona. Okay. We could go Naturalist and Companion. Could also just go for the Wedding Announcement. I think I like Naturalist plus Companion here. Putting an additional counter on the Cammy is pretty good. Also, getting the Naturalist on the battlefield is a good way to set up for future turns. Like, that means we get to play this for 2. But hopefully we're gonna draw something else on land soon. Okay, we do also have the Eiganjo, which is a form of interaction. Okay, Adeline. That's something we can handle right now. Okay, we find a Calix. That's amazing. Wow. What a draw. Okay, so let's play Calix. What do we put the Audacity on? Probably just the Cammy, right? I mean, this is gonna go to 4 toughness. If we just put the counter here, put the Audacity on here, it's gonna be a 6/4. And that's not gonna be enough to get all the way through. We really want to be able to do that, so I guess we just stick with the Cammy. Audacity. Throw the Cammy. It's gonna be hitting for 9 here. It's a little bit of a shame that we can't also Wedding Announcement. We're just 1 mana short, but yeah. Well, I guess we can post combat if we use the trigger. Use the trigger to copy the Jukai Naturalist. We get another Calix trigger, then we can play Wedding Announcement. I think that's the line, actually. I don't think there's anything they can do about it here. They are considering their options. Right, they let it happen. Put the counter. Oh, it's actually gonna hit for 10. I mean, if they don't put it, like, they're at 6, they're gonna need to find some form of interaction. So let's copy the Naturalist. I guess we'll start putting counters on the Naturalist now, and then we'll play the Wedding Announcement just to really rub it in. That triggers Calix an additional time. Like, this is the snowball right there. This is turn 4. Right, game 2, we got Skrelp into Cammy. So, I guess we keep. We also got some really good spells. We got Interaction. They don't have a Skrelp, but that's also a positive. We got multiple removal spells now. It would be ideal if we can get to stick the Cammy first. So that means that it grows every time we interact with the opponent's board. Okay, so Adeline, that's okay. I mean, I guess we have to get rid of the Skrelp first. Does it really matter which one of these? I mean, I guess this can also target a Shieldred, so we'll use the circle here. Row the Kami. A land would have been awesome here as well, but yeah. Get rid of the Skrell. Pass the turn. Also, Adeline doesn't really do that much here. Okay, so there's the Shieldred, so definitely the right call. So, sure, I guess we just take a block here. We do take 3. So let's draw. Yeah, I was screwing a bit here. Hopefully they don't have second Shieldred. I mean, in that case, I think we're kinda screwed. We really need to find some land. Also, they did pressure our life total a little bit, so activating Skrell is not just necessarily trivial. Because they find more ways to dig. Okay, so this pretty much just screams that they have Restoration of Eiganjo. I think we're gonna have to just take this. No blocks. That's a bit awkward. Come on. Land. Okay. Ossification is okay as well. I'll take it. Roll the Kami. And get rid of Adeline. Rona's also a problem. But at least they're gonna have to time walk themselves if they wanna transform the Rona. I mean, I guess they can still attack for 5. So yeah, I mean we have to protect it, right? They have another one. Okay, so that's that pretty much loses us the game, I think. We're very close to. I mean, I guess we can run out some generous visitors to start chumping. But it's definitely not looking good. Also, Skrell doesn't do anything now. I mean, what does this backside say? Whenever a source deals damage to her, we have to exile a card. The land they get like either free Wedding Announcement or Calix, probably Wedding Announcement. If we jump this, oh, it's got Trample. It's got Trample. We're dead. Right? So we'll be on the play in game 3 here. Okay, it's 0 lands. That's gonna be a mulligan. It's 4 lands, but I mean, I guess we got a visitor turn 1, and then we can start interacting. So, I mean, sure. Yeah, just get rid of that one. Generous visitor. Hopefully, we'll draw a little bit more action and not just land. They could also just have a cut down there. I guess we just attack. That's the turn. It's a cut down. Alright. There's a Rona. Okay, so we find second generous visitor. We have a way of dealing with Rona. Having a mulligan to 6 there is, I mean, we're kind of out of gas now. Well, not totally, I guess. Okay, they don't seem to have any form of interaction here. I think we put the counter on Calix. We want him to be able to attack so we can start copying the circle, the ossification. Okay. I mean, we can handle that. Counter on Calix. Counter on Calix. I think this looks like we're getting there. I mean, we still just copy the circle, I guess, just to get a Calix trigger. They have another Shieldred. Okay, Audacity, that's a good draw. We give it Trample, the generous visitor. They have to block here. I mean, are they just dead? We have 13 total damage, they can block 5. I think they're just exactly dead, right? Definitely some good top decks there, but yeah, good game, man. As for Legends. Okay, so what's the conclusion about this green-white enchantments build for standard? Obviously, it's hard to say something definitive about how strong this deck will be, as in the light of the recent bans we don't really know what the standard metagame is gonna look like. That said, I think this deck has a lot going for it. As we just saw in the matches featured in this video, the deck can both be really explosive and just snowball to a quick victory, as well as play the long game and just grind it out. Having multiple dimensions like this is a good starting point in a metagame that isn't yet solved, as it's really hard to play and sideboard against. I also think that the bans of Fable and Bankbuster slightly benefits this deck, as people are now a little bit less incentivized to run disenchant effects in the main board. That said, should this turn out to be one of the top tier decks in the format, that will likely change. All in all, this deck certainly has serious potential in my opinion, but of course we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens with the standard format. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It's an easy and free way of supporting me in my Magic content creation endeavors, and it would really mean a lot to me. Thank you kindly for the view, and until next time.